Hey everybody, welcome back here to A Place to Heal. All right, you're gonna notice that I'm always dressing the same these days. I'm spending a lot of time at the gym. For those of you that don't know, I actually went in for my trainer certification, and I'm currently working in the mornings at the gym, training elderly, because I'm only working with the elderly. I'm working with those that are obese, and I'm working with training how to do the exercises properly because this was trained to me years and years and years ago on how to do perfect form so that you are able to lift for years and years and years to come without injury or screwing up your ligaments and your muscles and everything else. And you know, I started lifting 37 years ago. So I wanted to pass this down to generations. My second thing was that I was talking to some people. I don't know, there was some stuff at the gym today. They were cleaning or whatever, and it's really irritated my throat. There was some people that were at the cardio machine, and every time I would leave the weight room, they would sit there and go, I would love to lift weights, but you know, that room just intimidates me. And I would tell them, I go, come on, I'll take you in. I'll show you. Don't let that intimidate you. Don't let them intimidate you in there. I know there's a lot of testosterone. You just need to not be intimidated, you know? And that's where the whole thing started. And so now I'm training those that are obese or elderly or that just want to learn proper form and are intimidated by the weight room. So I know that some of you have asked me if you know, I could do this on video or you know, over the internet, and no. This is an in-person. I want to get you in there and experience what the gym feels like, what it smells like, what it sounds like, you know, and the different you know, how to navigate around the gym and get to know it. So there you go. It's that simple. So I'm spending a lot of time there. All right. So today I want to talk to you guys about migraines, because of all the years I've been doing this almost 10 years. Migraines is the thing that I get hit the most with. I get these migraines. I don't know how to get rid of these migraines. You know, these headaches are killing me. You know, there's all sorts of different stuff. I personally used to suffer really bad from headaches, and then I suffered from migraines, and it even got to the point where I know some of you know what I'm talking about. You would see those little auras, right? So I would wake up in the morning and instantly I would see that half moon aura, and I was like, oh, here comes the migraine. And, you know, it was like, okay, go back to the bedroom, call in. You're not going to work today. Shut all the windows, turn off all the lights, put the fan on nice and cool, and let's deal with this, because it was going to be a doozy when you get those auras. So I want to talk to you about how to get rid of them once and for all. Just get rid of them. I have not had a single headache, migraine. I had a slight one when I had COVID, but after that, I mean, that's the only time. And I'll explain to you why I had the headache while I had COVID, or why you would have it, or why somebody else would get a headache. So the first thing that you want to deal with when you're dealing with headaches or migraines is dehydration. That's the easiest key to hit. Most people, they say now, like 89% of people are actually dehydrated. There's some people I never see drink water. And I'm like, when's the last time I saw you drink water? Oh no, I drink soda, I drink this, I drink that, I drink, you know, whatever, tea. So tea, coffee, anything with caffeine, it will actually dehydrate you even further. So if you're not drinking water, you're going to be in a world of hurt. You know, I see these people at the gym and they work out 2 hours and they're hardcore working out, and like they don't even have a thing of water. I'm like carrying around a jug. You know, I'm like, what is going on here? So they're not drinking. This is one of the greatest ways to dehydrate yourself, especially in the summertime. And, you know, you're going to end up at some point or another, you're going to end up becoming very sick because you're not getting your minerals in, right? So every time you, you're sweating out all your minerals. Stressing, you're stressing out all your minerals. You're urinating out your minerals. So it's very important to get trace minerals, liquid trace minerals. I did a video just before this one about how important they are. We sell them in our store. Go and get them. I mean, we sell the boron. We sell, here we go, right here. We sell the trace minerals. We sell the Mineralize Me. You need some sort of minerals to keep all your little neurons firing correctly. Okay, second of all, one of the biggest minerals that you're going to need is magnesium. Okay, my favorite form of magnesium is CALM, C-A-L-M. I take it every night before I go to bed. Not only does it help relax all your muscles, it helps with everything. And magnesium is so important. And it's one of the main things that is going to cause headaches or migraines. So right after dehydration is going to be your mineral intake, because when those minerals start getting low, let me tell you, it is like the oil in your car. When that oil starts getting, man, you're going to start having all sorts of problems and all sorts of noises and all sorts of issues going on, from your eyesight to nervous system issues to sleep patterns to having nightmares, leg cramps. I mean, all sorts of stuff if you do not get these minerals in. And trace minerals and magnesium are the two most important ones for anxiety, for depression, for anything. So water and minerals are your life source. I mean, to me, that is one of the biggest foundations there are. Go to Amazon, get yourself a nice, water bottle. I have a water bottle collection. I'm not even embarrassed to say it. I must have 25, 30 water bottles, all different colors to match my outfit. I mean, it's crazy. I have them in 16 ounces, 32 ounces, 64 ounces, 84 ounces, depending on what I'm going to do. And now you can just go to Amazon and you can look up, stainless steel water bottles. These water bottles will hold water for and keep it cold for 24 hours. They're great. Especially if you're outside, if you're getting sun, whatever, it starts dehydrating you. You're low on magnesium, you're low on minerals, and all these little nerve endings are going to start constricting. All these little blood vessels, they're going to start constricting. And all that constriction is going to cause headaches. It's going to cause migraines. It's going to cause pressure on the back of your neck. It's going to cause pressure up here. You're going to get all this weird stuff. And if you work out, if you do any form of exercise, even if you don't, magnesium, trace minerals, water. Magnesium, trace minerals, water. I can't say it enough. I mean, anytime I even talk to anybody, it's like, before we even start working out, magnesium, trace minerals, water. I will even set you up with the first set, and then from there you can order and get it wherever you want. But you need those three things. I never want to see you come in this gym without a thing of water, okay? Because it is just so important for your skin. And you'll know, because you'll see all that. The skin is kind of crepey, right? And it starts getting, you can sit there and you can do this. I do people who are 60, and I do this, and their skin doesn't bounce back. Your skin should be nice and tight, and it should bounce back, and it should be nice and nice and pretty, and it should look like it's nice and lubricated at all times. It should not be all dry and everything else. If you're having that dryness, or that skin isn't bouncing back, or you're pushing and it's leaving the mark, all that, water, right? So it's very important to drink, and it's even more important to drink when you're not thirsty, okay, than when you are. Because by the time you're thirsty, it's over. You're too dehydrated. Another thing is, by the time we reach, mid 30s, early 40s, that little mechanism that tells you you're thirsty, it starts to malfunction. All right, because it just, when you're young, it's I want water. But as you get older, it starts to malfunction, so you don't get those those signals anymore. So it's very important to, I used to think all these people were crazy. I used to see them in their cars. I'm like, there she goes with her water bottle again, carries that thing everywhere. And now I'm the one doing it, right? Because I've noticed how important it is. Okay, for your skin, everything. I can look at somebody in the face and see their skin, and I can tell you that person doesn't drink any water, or that person definitely gets enough water. Right now, I don't have it with me. I wish I did. You can actually go to Walmart, and in the section where they have the flavored waters, they actually have hydration packets. These packets are awesome. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm going to go get it because I want to show them to you guys because these things are great. Hang on one sec. All right. It's this one. Right? So I love this one. I know it says energy, but it's vitamin hydrate. And I love this one because it's an electrolyte drink mix, and it's called Energy. They have different ones. This one is blue raspberry. It has 0 sugar in it. It has B12, has adaptogenics in it, has green tea extract, green tea extract. It has vitamin B6, B12, has calcium, magnesium, manganese, has chloride, potassium. It has ginseng in it, and it's flavored, because I was like, okay, how are they getting that pretty blue color in there? Because they always had that blue color or that red color, and it's spirulina. So they use spirulina to color it, and they sweeten it with monk fruit extract. So it's actually all pretty damn natural, and it boosts your stamina, it boosts your immune system. I love throwing these in my water when I go to the gym because I'm getting my vitamins, I'm getting my minerals, I'm getting all that good stuff. So consider these. I think they're like $4 at Walmart is where I found them. So they're actually really good. I'm sure you can pick them up online too. All right, next up, anemia. Let me tell you about anemia. From doing this for so long, there are people, they'll come in to, in here into my office, or I'll do a consultation with them online, and they'll argue with me up and down. I'm not anemic. I already went to my doctor. My doctor's, that's BS. Okay. Those tests for anemia are so crappy. They're almost as bad as the thyroid tests, right? 1 minute you're fine, the next minute you have Hashimoto's. It's like, because there's this little fine line, right? And it's almost like your liver or your kidneys. It has to be so far gone before these tests actually will pick up this stuff and tell you that something's wrong. So it's like, no, don't fall for that. Okay, so when you have anemia, there's a lot of stuff that starts coming in with anemia. All right, and one of those things is anxiety. You start feeling antsy, nosebleeds. I see these kids with nosebleeds, and I'm like, that kid's anemic. Oh no, we had him tested, he's fine. I'm just like, I don't care what they told you, that kid is anemic. He's having those horrible nosebleeds. The same thing with these people who are like, oh, I'm having, my favorite is the out-of-body experience. I feel like I'm floating above my body. Okay, anemic. No. Usually when you start getting really anemic, you'll start having dizziness, and you'll start having eye issues, and you'll start feeling panic attacks, anxiety attacks. I do that with my granddaughter. My oldest granddaughter, she stresses a lot. She's one of those stressors, overthinkers. And she'll sit there and she'll tell me, Grandma, I'm having one of those where I'm starting to feel a little weird. And I'm like, oh, here we go. So I start pumping it down her because I already know she's starting to get too anemic. If I were to take her to the doctor, they wouldn't find anything. I promise you. Because you have to be so anemic before they finally tell you, hey, you're anemic. So anemia will cause these horrible headaches. I just had a client day before yesterday contact me, and she goes, I've been suffering for headaches for the last 4 or 5 days. And I'm like, you're anemic. It's definitely the anemia. So if that's the case, then what you want to do is, number one, start taking Moringa. Okay, if you even think that you're anemic, if you have anxiety, if you have out-of-body experiences, if you're having nosebleeds, if you're having, any of this stuff, start taking Moringa. Moringa, you can take it any way that you want to. I don't care if it's pills, powder, tea, however you want to take it. Moringa will up your iron very quickly. Okay, if you can absolutely not deal with Moringa, the next thing that I like is sarsaparilla. Sarsaparilla is exceptional at raising your iron levels and also cleaning your liver out and clearing your skin at the same time. So if you're having headaches and you have bad skin, clean out your liver, use some sarsaparilla. So sarsaparilla, again, you can take pills or you can take it in tea. I know I have it somewhere around here because it's one of my favorite herbs. So that's that. If you're having migraines or you have headaches, you want to consider, and you've done the hydration and you've done the minerals and you've done the magnesium and that hasn't worked, then I would definitely head for iron deficiency, right? So, and it's very common, right? In menopausal women, 99% of women who are menopausal or premenopausal, I can already guarantee you're anemic. If you have any kind of kidney dysfunction where your kidneys are not cleaning out right, you're anemic. If you have high levels of stress, you are anemic. It's the curse of the times right now. I guarantee you. I'm going to say 72% of people that I see are anemic, and they're really bad anemic. Okay, if you have parasites, you're going to be anemic. So you're going to have all these issues. So if you want to take care of this anemia very quickly, number one, Moringa. And number two, you want to get nitric oxide pills. Nitric oxide pills, you can pick them up anywhere. I will put a link to the ones that I use down below. All right. Nitric oxide pills open up blood vessels. They get blood flow really good to all your muscles, all your veins, everything. Okay. So I found out about nitric oxide last year. I was doing squats, and as I was doing squats, when I went to go get up, I was like, whoa, I would get so dizzy. My blood pressure would drop. And somebody started telling me, hey, take nitric oxide. And I was like, what? And so I started taking nitric oxide pills. I started taking them from Piping Rock, and night and day. I take 4 before I work out, and there's nothing, because it opens up all my blood vessels. It gets that blood flowing really, really well, all the way to your brain, everything else. So if you have migraines or headaches, try that, because you might be anemic. Nitric oxide and Moringa side by side. All right, plenty of water. Next up is last up is going to be your liver toxins. Okay, anytime that you have a faulty liver, anytime that your liver is overloaded with toxins, you are going to have headaches. So the way that this works is your liver, here's your liver, and you're going to introduce toxins, right? You're going to eat, you're going to introduce toxins. Let's just say that something that you ate has a lot of toxins. Let's say it's sugar-free. Something sugar-free that has a lot of toxins. Or you ate something that has like red dye or blue dye. Okay, these are very high toxic stuff. So you're going to take it, and it's going to go into the liver. And the liver has to start cleaning out these toxins. So the minute that liver kicks in and starts cleaning those toxins, you're going to start getting the headache. And the headache is going to start here. And as the liver is cleaning, it's going to go like this. It's going to go up, right? And when the liver is completely done, getting ready to dump, okay, it's going to be right here. It's going to dump those toxins into the colon. The minute it dumps those toxins into the colon, that's going to go from here to here. And all of a sudden, you're just going to be like, oh, here's the headache. Here's the migraine. Here it is. And then those toxins are going to go through your colon. And as they go through your colon, that headache will be there. The minute it hits the lower colon and you have to poop, the minute that you poop, and I'm talking the minute you poop and those toxins are out of the body, it's going to go like this, right back to normal. And it's going to start again. The process is going to start again. So every time you introduce toxins. Now, back in the day when I used to eat toxins all the time and I ate sugar and I drank soda and, I did everything that was bad for me, I was constantly on that roller coaster ride, right? Here comes the headache. There goes the headache. Here, now it's lowered. And I couldn't put 2 and 2 together. Now, I don't care what I eat. I can tell you, whatever I ate just had toxins in it because there's that headache. And it's like, oh, and so the first thing I want to do is I want to get those toxins out of my system to get rid of my headache. Quickest way to do that is to go to the bathroom. And the quickest way to go to the bathroom is an enema. I can do coffee. Coffee enemas. If you are plagued with constant migraines, coffee enemas, as silly, as stupid, as crazy as they sound, are going to be your best friend. They are the best the best migraine medicine on the market. Better than anything, because anything that they give you for migraines that's prescription is synthetic, and that's only going to screw up the liver even more. So you're going to pretend like you don't have a problem, but it's only going to get worse later on because you're damaging your liver even more. So coffee headaches, what's going to happen with coffee enemas, not headache, coffee, you can get coffee headaches from getting off coffee, but when you're doing coffee enemas, as the coffee goes into the colon, that headache, your head feels like it's going to burst, right? I mean, there's been times I've been sitting there and it's like, oh my God, the top of my head is going to explode. And then all of a sudden, it's like as soon as that coffee has to be released, you get up, you release it, and it's like, whew, instant. Headache gone. Okay, that's what coffee enemas were invented for in the first place. It was supposed to take away pain. It was supposed to take away migraines. And now they found out that it works great with cancer because it cleans the liver very quickly. So what it does is you just did a coffee enema, and what you did was you called up the garbage guy, right? You put in the toxins into the garbage bin. You called up the garbage guy and you said, hey, I need a coffee enema. The guy comes, he grabs all that trash because the coffee goes into it goes through your portal vein. It goes into your, hepatic vein, and it goes into your liver. It cleans, it grabs everything and it pulls it right out. So you just had a garbage guy come in and clean all that out for you very quickly, so you don't have to deal with the 45-minute migraine until all that poop gets out and all those toxins leave the body. Now, do I have any documentation on this? No, because I am the one that figured this out on my own and working with over 500 clients. I figured this out on my own, and I've helped over 500 clients do this the same way. So if it works for that many people, I know that it's fact, right? So, because I have a lot of people, especially on Instagram, that are like, I want documentation on this. Where did you learn? Okay, so half of those things that they show you, all these research, all that stuff is shady. They manipulate it however they want. So the only thing that you can really count on is the only thing that I count on. I don't count on all that research and stuff. I only will share stuff that I have tried over and over. And it's like, okay, this really does work. And then I will try it out with my family. And it's like, okay, this really does work. Then I will suggest it to clients. And I ask them, please, can I get feedback from you? So you can tell me, does this really work? And it's like, yes, it really works. So that's the only time that I actually bring it to you guys. So please stop asking me, to show you research and documentation and stuff, because that's not me. I don't do things because I've read it on the internet or I heard somebody else. I do research on my own stuff, right? I put my own stuff underneath a microscope and in petri dishes. And, you know, I am my own guinea pig, as well as I have my group. And before I leave, I'll tell you about that. It's called Ko-fi. It's on Ko-fi. You can go to ko-fi.com. I'll put the link underneath. It's $10 a month. And we also have a chat group, and I'm there available to you guys constantly. And we go back and forth. We discuss everything. We discuss everything. And I post new stuff that I do not post on Facebook, I do not post on Instagram, and I do not post here on YouTube. I post it strictly to the group. And so it's new cutting edge stuff, or stuff that I've been researching or whatever, that I just, you know, whatever. So anyway, I'm going to continue on with my day. My days have always been busy, but you know, I always like to stay doing my thing, and I got to go. So there you go. So I want to keep you healthy. This way, all you got to do is stay happy. I mean, it's pretty simple. So I'm going to try to keep coming at you once a week, as always. I know I've really cut back on my TikToks because I just, you know, I can only spread myself so thin. But, you know, you can always find me here, because YouTube is and always will be my first love. All right. So I'll see you. I'll try to see you next week. I'm moving. So it's even crazier. Just bear with me. All right. All right. We'll see you next week. Stay happy, stay healthy. And I'm going to bring you as much information for free as I possibly can. All right. Bye-bye. Take care of yourselves.